push it with your hive tool and get it above that wood if you can, like that. Have you ever had one of those hives that, man, you just can't get the frames to loosen up? Maybe the propolis, they're just in there and it's really hard and you're scared you're going to break a frame. What's a proper way to get frames out of a hive with a hive tool? Hey everybody, David Burns, good to be with you today. I just got a comment from somebody on my YouTube channel, and they said, can you set the record straight on the correct way of prying out frames with the hive tool? I'm sure there's a correct way. There has been somewhat a debate on Facebook on how to do this. I've noticed myself, everybody has their own way of doing it. I would love to know your point of view, what you think is the correct way of prying out frames that are stuck with purpose. I wonder if he meant propolis. Either way, I get it. All right, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you what do you do if you really are in a hive and it's just hard sometimes to manipulate frames. All right, let's jump into this hive today and I'll show you the way I manipulate frames with a couple of different styles of hive tools. Okay, we got your J-hook hive tool, we got your traditional American hive tool. So right here you can see what they look like. You know, this is a J-hook with the bend on it. I don't have just the J-hook by itself, and here's the one that I prefer, American hive tool with the J-hook, and here's the traditional. And I'll show you how to use both kinds, this one and the J-hook method. So when I first started beekeeping thousands of years ago, when I had black hair and a young looking face, I used this hive tool. That's all we had. This was the only hive tool that they made at the time. And so this is known as the American traditional hive tool. And so you can see these frames are pretty stuck together, a lot of propolis. See the propolis right here? This is the sticky substance that bees put in there to kind of glue everything together. You can see it right here on the top where the boxes were meeting. And so if we want to lift a frame out that's really stuck hard, a couple of things. It's going to help you to lift a frame that's really stuck and go out there on the hottest day possible. It really is. I know that sounds terrible, like I'm trying to ruin your life, but look at this propolis right here. It's pushing almost 90 degrees and it is so loose like that. You see, if you come out here and it's 65, 70 degrees, that's going to be hard as a rock sometimes. And that sometimes can break frames before you get a chance to get it out of there. So that's going to be one thing that you want to try, is to come out here on a really hot day. On a traditional hive tool like this, the way that I work these, and I don't use these anymore, but many of you might, is how do you pry up this frame here, even when it's stuck really well? One of the ways you can do it is you can come and get into this groove right there. So I like to put my hive tool in between that groove down like that, and now you just twist it and it raises it up. However, I'm watching the structure integrity of that piece right here. I have broken these off doing this. So if you can watch, Patrick, you probably get a good shot. You can actually see the piece of wood flexing. See that wood flexing like that? Mm-hmm. And so you've got to be able to kind of monitor that. And if this moves and this doesn't, you have to go to plan B. But once I get this piece up, you can take your hand and rotate it over, push it with your hive tool, and get it above that wood if you can, like that. And that will keep that up and out, or you can put a little pressure on it to keep it up. And then you can drop over here. This is already up. If you can see, it's above like that. So that you can put pressure there, keep it facing, going that way where that's resting on that, so you can pinch it with your hands now. And then you just get a hold of it, and you work it like back and forth like this until you wiggle it out. We have a lot more to do in this hive, but I want to pop out here real quick and say, please subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 193,000. I'm hoping to make 200,000 by the end of 2026, and I could use your help. Hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified each time I make a new video. Doesn't cost anything. It really helps me out. Let's get back into this hive. We'll go to the opposite corner, right here. Now, if you don't want to do that because this piece may break. You don't want to pry it like that. Here's another technique. What I like to do is come in here, try not to jab the honey, but try to stay in the wood just right below where the wood starts right there. And then you want to pry upwards. See that? I'm just prying on the wood. You might break a little honey. Do the same over here. Pry it up just like that. Now you're going to have to do the same thing. Work this piece up above the edge of the wood and see if you can park it there. And that gives you a chance over here to raise it, pushing it this way to get your fingers under it. And now you can grab it. It's already being held over here. This is so educational. I love teaching this. All right, and then you just kind of pull it up. And that's using the traditional hive tool. Big capped over frame of honey there. All right, let me show you how you would do it if you were using a J-hook hive tool. This is why I've gone with the J-hook. Ooh, that got hot fast.
Yeah.
And this is also a J-hook. This is a smaller version of this one. And this one is actually better because the bevel is on the right side. This bevel is on the wrong side, but we'll leave that. I've talked about that. So you can take your hive tool like this and you go right between two frames, work it down in there, and then look at that, you pry it up like that. Put your finger there to hold it and come over here and do the same thing. Go in and pry it up, push it against the surface of that wall there, get a grip on it and pull it up. So even if you had a frame, let's say in the middle, this might be the most challenging, right? So what I would do is first examine where it's connected. So we call this burr comb. It's sticking out, connective comb, whatever. Kind of slice that. It doesn't look like anything's going to run into each other when I lift it. So I'm going to use, I can use both tools. I would use them the same way if I was using the American tool. I would do it again, just like we showed you against the wall. I would pry it up because these two are touching. They aren't going to scrape. I can pry it up like that and get it out of there, see? Or preferably, I use my J-hook hive tool, and so I can just simply go right here, go under it, and I can raise it up, and I can go over here, raise it up again on this side, park it on that wall, and then lift it up slowly and gently. Don't do it too fast. You may tear open that honey, since this is a honey super. And it just lifts out like that. I don't know if I'm setting the record straight or not. I'm going to just say this about your comment in the Facebook debate. I don't look at Facebook. I don't look at beekeeping debates on Facebook. But I will say this. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I like what Patrick said about how you get it done. What did you say, Patrick?
I think I said you wiggle it till it comes loose, and you take it out.
Yeah. Patrick said you just do it until it comes up. So sometimes you kind of have to know when to stop, because you can tell, uh-oh, I'm going to break something. And then you've got to regroup and try a different method. But the best way to think about manipulating frames with a hive tool is just do it until it works, okay? There's no reason for anybody to debate this. There should not be a debate on Facebook about the proper, correct way to lift up frames. There is no correct way. Any way that gets the frame out of there is the correct way. Alright, so whatever fits your fancy, man. It's just like, just get her done. Cowboy up and get her out of there. I know I'm walking on like thin ice here, so I'll try to be as honest as I can about this. But when it comes to social media with beekeeping, whether it's Facebook or, you know, Instagram, or even YouTube, which I've been on for 18 years now, there's three things I want to mention. There's the halo effect, the FOMO, and the veil of secrecy. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, let's take each of these three. I want to talk to you about it. Let's talk about the first one, the halo effect. Now, the halo effect is when you watch somebody on YouTube, like me, or maybe your favorite person, and you just make them out to be God. You make them out, whatever they say is the gospel. They're the halo. They have a halo around them. And nothing they can say is ever wrong. You know, listen, that is not me. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. Everybody, all of us make mistakes. We all have our unique ways of doing it. Don't idolize somebody on YouTube so much that you're only doing what they tell you to do. Have an open mind, trying different things. Now, the second thing is what we call FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. That's what FOMO stands for. So the fear of missing out is you're scared to death that somebody's going to come up with a brand new way to use a hive tool. And it's awesome. And you're afraid you're going to miss out on this new phenomenon. got news for you. In beekeeping, not much new. It's the same. You're not going to miss out, okay? There'll be some new things invented. There'll be some new studies done. But for the most part, beekeeping is beekeeping. You're not going to miss out. And don't go out there and think, oh gosh, I got to do it just like somebody else or I'm going to miss out on something cool. And the third thing is the veil of secrecy. For some reason, beekeepers feel at times, especially new beekeepers, that some beekeepers are keeping something secret. I saw a YouTube video, I didn't watch it, but the title caught me, and it was something like, I shouldn't even tell you, but it was something like, what this group of people, how they get their bees through the winter, the secret of how they get their bees through the winter. And there was no secret to it. I watched enough to realize, okay, there's no secret there. It's just a catchy clickbait title. If you find out there's a secret way that finally somebody's going to reveal the secret way to get rid of mites, you don't want to miss out. You fear missing out, and you're putting them on a pedestal, and this veil of secrecy you think is within the beekeeping community. Got news for you, no secrets, okay? You have been watching me for 18 years, some of you, and you see what I do. I'm not keeping any secrets. When Patrick and I are out here filming, there's no secrets. We show you what we're doing. We show you the experiments, the failures, the successes. We're trying to help you be a better beekeeper. There's some things you don't want to do. You don't want to break frames. You don't want to tear the wood up on the box or the frame. You don't want to gouge open the honey with your hive tool. You don't want to do that. I was real careful not to do that. So these techniques are simple ways just to lift these frames out, and certainly putting them back in. Don't tear them open either. The bees can fix it, but it's just going to make a mess, okay? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I am filming you. Look at Patrick. He's just sitting in a chair. His legs are crossed.
This is all he does.
He's got his cooler.
Oh, see, I don't have my mic on.
Oh! He doesn't have his mic on. You can say anything you want to. This is the life of a videographer,
there
isn't it?
Go.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting rich doing this.
And this is like the only time you've ever been able to be in the shade, too.
Yeah.
If you've been so fortunate to have your bees make you some honey this year, it's time to do some harvesting. And then you can use the techniques that I showed you with the hive tool, how to remove these frames up like this, to get your honey supers frames out and get ready for some harvest. Patrick and I made a video about how to harvest the honey, extract it, and bottle it. Yeah, it's time to follow us over here. Let's have some fun together. See you over there.